Yo, what is up, boys? Pigmento here with another VOD review. Today we're going to be talking about how to qualify yourself for the final stage of the FNCS qualifiers. It's probably going to be pretty difficult for a lot of people, only top 100 from maybe top 3,000, top 2,000, maybe top 1,000, depending on what region you're in, into that top 100. So, we're going to watch E11 Boyer here. He did qualify for the finals on EU, and he is chasing this grappler player right now. But you guys may have seen he landed salty. He landed at that one house, and then he went to the gas station. And then he probably was going to take the fight at salty, but he did find this grappler player running away from authority. So he's going for some storm surge tags. That's great, because in these semis games, I think this is still going to be for all regions. The game's going to be very stacked. You're going to need some surge. So we're going to watch him run around. We can go to the 1X right now. And, okay, I want to talk about some things you guys should do before FNCS. So, what you should do before FNCS, because this is, if you qualify for everything, 9 hours of solo competition. So you got to be ready. So I'd say definitely before. Definitely you should eat. Seems silly, but you really should eat if there's 9 hours or whatever of solo competition. Playing hungry is probably not a good idea. You definitely want to, maybe not on a full stomach, maybe just even a light snack, right? Because if you're hungry, you may get triggered more easily. It's something that happens. So you can eat a little bit. If you have gum too, gum is a really great thing. It helps you stay calm. It helps your focus as well. Destiny's Jesus, he really recommends it. He does some memes about it because his friend is raging. He's like, "Oh, dude, you should just go chew some gum." But it seriously does help. But that's one thing. Another thing, stretch. I would stretch a lot. I would stretch before and during every stage of the solo tournaments, because it's just so much solos. You just don't want to have any injuries, right? We're gonna watch this fight. Boyer's taking this fight. This does appear to be the authority player, so we're gonna watch how he takes this box fight right here. Spraying through the walls right now because this person's already weak. Yeah, free kill. There we go. Okay, so now Boyer has a grappler. We're gonna see how he plays it out. This is a very interesting skin. I gotta get the skin. Okay, well, anyways, besides the point, we're gonna see what he takes. Another note, that pistol, gold pistol, is really good. If you find a good pistol on the ground and you don't find a good AR, take the pistol. But be careful if you have a charged shotgun. It's not a good switch off weapon. So I do it if you have attack, or if you're good at remembering, oh, I have a pistol, I have to click every single time if I want to fire, Like if you're in someone's box, right, you already show your shotgun, you gotta remember some of these small things. So maybe if that's too much to remember, that's okay, you don't need to take the pistol. But it's really good for getting beams, still has a 2x headshot multiplier, right? So we're gonna go 2x. We're gonna watch him, how he plays his mid-game. Oops, game feed. Okay, look, so there's 83 people. This is first zone closing. Second zone surge, I don't think there's gonna be too much, right? Maybe a little bit, maybe a warning. But it shouldn't be too much, right? But this fourth zone storm surge is gonna be huge. That's what you gotta be careful of. Another thing, this is great. He's walling off, he's being careful, making sure there's no one hiding in here. But yeah, you guys gotta get your mats up. Especially he knows there's metal in here. You need metal. So I mean, if you land somewhere that has metal, oh, you're pretty lucky right now. You're gonna have more metal than the whole lobby. Because no cars, that means no metal for a lot of people. Like people that land salty, like where Boyer originally was actually landed, right? There's pretty much zero metal. Maybe there's one truck, like the rear of a truck, and that's it. So there's absolutely no metal. Let's take a look at the zone. There's no map, sadly, but this is basically weeping. He is in this weeping house right now. That's him right here. I'm circling around him with my cursor. So weeping is actually over here. So this is probably the wood factory's in as well. But alright, Look, he's getting his mats up. Now look at it. He has some amazing mats. You know, big chilling. He's just refarming it all. That's great. So now he's set going into endgame. He has the shield. He has the grappler as well. Oh, sorry. Yeah, make sure you guys get a lot of sleep. I probably didn't get enough, but you know, you gotta be awake for this many hours of solo competition. But look, Storm Surge warning is active, but only 3 people need to die, so you know it's not huge. You can probably get 60 tags, maybe 40, and survive it. Is it ever gonna activate? Ooh, we'll see. But this is not what you have to worry about. But you guys don't get surprised by this 4th zone surge. This 4th zone surge is always huge. Okay, Grappler's to get himself into a better position in zone. That's okay. You know, if he did not have the grappler, how would he rotate? Because I'm sure, you know, 99 people in the lobby don't have grapple, right? He would foot rotate later and have to use a lot more builds. You know, it still would work, but he'd lose a lot of builds. So it's just the grappler's just saving builds, making it a little faster. But he could still take that same path. See that player right there, taking his path as well. But, you know, has to trade a little more shield and builds, right? Alright. So, he's looking good in the zone. But yeah, watch out for this 4th zone Storm Surge. Maybe if you guys haven't experienced Storm Surge lobbies yet, you guys gotta be careful. This 4th zone, you need to be a lot above. So let's say you're 100 above that 2nd zone Storm Surge, right? Like when it pops up, right? If you're 100 above that, you're probably only going to be 20 above, or you're going to be below on this 4th zone Storm Surge. Like, it really ramps up, because a lot of people get damaged, you know, because maybe 10 people die in those zones. So that means 100 or 200 damage for some people, you know, in that time. So they're going to overpass you in that threshold, right? Look at this. Okay, 6 people need to die. This game for EU isn't as big, but if you're on any NA regions, NA East, NA West, they are huge. But anyways, look at this. Storm Surge is active. It just ended right now. So that Storm Surge was active for probably, it's a 45-second zone. So 40 seconds, right? So you got to be careful of that. You got to be above for 40 seconds. So you got to be, I would say there, you want to be 80 to 100 above. Breaking pad, that's good. Same with crash pads. If you guys use crash pads, you don't want anyone else to reuse them. Use a crash pad, turn around, shoot it as you're flying in the air. No free rotations for these kids, right? The more kids are shambles, the better for you. So, why give other people a free rotation? But now he has 500 mats. He does have this grapple. Really useful. He didn't go 30 though. But that's something to know. If you go risky, if you go salty, if you go the hills, right? Listen out for this grapple player. If they're running away, they're probably shambles. You know, maybe you should go for some tags because he was able to easily crack this grapple player, right? But don't overextend. You know, this grapple player ran away. He didn't overextend. He just found the grapple player later on in the game. Look at that. Great refresh. He took piece control of all these builds in this warehouse, right? And then he looked back and was able to get a refresh, right? Let's keep going. Now 1x. Now this is the true end game. Give me a second. Let me fix my FPS things. We don't want to show it. Okay, there we go. So, that was a lovely refresh. Now he has 120 mats. You know, he's got to play it safe. Look at this. He's full tarping. That's great. Cover back. Perfect. Now he has a 2x1 in the end game. This is great for looking for picks. Now guess what? He's looking back in the storm. That's where you're going to find the easiest refreshes. See? This guy. Ooh, he didn't look quite in time, but that would have been easy refresh, right? Everyone was spraying at him. White HP, right? But then look at this. He gets on this dead side. He gets on front side of zone. Perfect. You know, if he didn't have the grapple, still, guess what? He could have just ran that and used some mats to get there. But that's what you need to do. Play front side if you have, you know, 1,000 mats, right? Another thing, I really hate the sound in the game right now. The sound is, it's weird. So if someone's shooting at your wall, it sounds really distant, like they're shooting at someone else's wall. So be careful. If you hear shooting around you, just look. assume that they're shooting at your wall, because you don't want to get caught off guard. Another thing, he's not hopping in the box. Good play. You don't want to die with the grapple, right? You don't want to just hand it to that guy if you miss a shot, you know? Too much pressure. Now he's looking back. That's great. That kid is going to help with floppers. Okay. Pulls back. Perfect. What we've learned from a lot of good players, playing dead side in these moving zones will help you out a lot. You can save a ton of mats, you know. But anyways, I've seen some people lose that fight before. But you gotta take some of these end game moving zone fights. You just gotta play him confident. Dude, this guy has no mats. I know he's panicked, right? He has no mats. He really needs an impact, you know. I can play it slow, you know. I can play it how I like it. I can easily kill this kid. You know, that's the mindset you need to have. Because obviously, yes, you can easily kill that kid. You have mats. He doesn't, you know. This kid's panicking. You should not be, you know. But he's playing ultimate low ground. Look, there's no one ultimate low ground with him. Maybe there's one kid opposite side. But in solos, drop low ground. That's something I'd say a lot. It's free most of the time. Especially in these open stages. This is, well, sorry. So it's a semifinals. So I'd call it an open stage, especially for EU. You have top 3,000. It's gonna be a lot of people that suck, you know. So it's basically open. Most people may not have amazing game sense. They may have good mechanics. You know, maybe that's how they got there. But they may not have great game sense. So low ground will be free a lot, and I'd say high ground usually is pretty free. But with the caddy launcher, it's not. Okay, he gets dropped down. That's okay. You gotta be careful of your floor, especially if you're low mats. That's okay. He was able to kill that guy. Well, he did have no mats to build the floor there. Great kill. Great kill. Unable to get the loot though. 4 builds. See how he plays this one out. 2 builds. Oh, that was a great play. Again, zone boy. Oh, he's gonna get dropped on. Oh. This one's looking not too good. I don't think he's able to pop a mini, yeah. But the guy on height, I did see he was able to pop a heal. That's okay. Whatever. Wasn't able to clutch that up. That was a little hard. But that's second place, 6 kills. Guess what? That is 11 points from placement. That is 6 points from kills. And I checked it out. So, EU, you needed 48 points to move from these opens to the semis. This was, what'd I say? A 17-point game, right? That's pretty good. If you have 7 games, you know, maybe you only play 6. If you play all your games out, then that's looking pretty good. You know, if you can get 10 points a game, then that's really good. But this game, 17 points, that's huge, right? You know, so now you can easily qualify, or you can die off spawn. That's the main thing. I was watching some of my EU's friends. They just died off spawn. They had like 1 game left with like 30 minutes. And it's like, oh, dude, you know, it's annoying to see that, but you know, it's gonna happen. So you gotta be careful. Hey, I died off spawn twice. That's the cutoff point. No more W King. You know, right? Well, you can take fights, but you can't just hop in, you know, because it's gonna go downhill fast. You gotta know that, especially in solos. You have to watch yourself and your games, right? You know, your teammates, unless you're in a call, they're not gonna tell you, hey, you're running out of games pretty quickly. You know, you should do something. So, gotta be careful of that. But anyways, this was a VOD review of FNCS semifinals and how to get into the finals. I wish you all some good luck qualifying for the finals. You know, making some money qualifying for the heats, even making even more money. But I'm gonna be playing these. Hopefully, I can qualify for the finals. The bug of finals were a lot of fun. A lot of good practice. Main thing I would say, servers are so laggy. So you got to be very careful with crash padding. You're probably gonna land in someone's box, and you can't do much. So go for the gunfight over building. Your builds are really not going to work, you know. It's like playing on like maybe Asia ping or something, 100+ ping. Your builds aren't quite going to help you in these fights, you know. They're going to shoot through them. So I'd just go for the aim duel right away. That's probably the main way you're going to win. Like in these first moving zones or something, maybe there's 50 kids, 40 kids, it's going to be laggy. So you got to be careful of that. That's the main thing. But I wish you guys some luck in the FNCS qualifiers, and hope you guys are able to endure the 9 or whatever hours of solos today and tomorrow. But that's it for Pig. Hope you guys have a good one.